if you've seen any of my videos lately, you may have seen the How You See Yourself series. That came about because one day I was getting myself together, start my day, and I looked in the mirror and I didn't like what I saw, and I'd let myself go, put on some extra weight that I wasn't real proud of. And so when I looked at myself, I didn't like what I saw. Now, don't get this confused with not liking who I saw. I didn't like what I saw. And there's a huge difference there, because my self-image and your self-image will dictate how you perform. And so one of the principal concepts in personal development that you have to embrace if you want to perform at a higher level or achieve at a higher level is you have to first see yourself achieving and doing at a higher level. And so when I saw myself, when I saw all that extra weight and I saw my gut and I saw, just the fat, I was just kind of like, that's not who I am. That's not how I see myself. And so in order to change that, you have to see a new self. You have to create a new image and use that image as intrinsic motivation. And I'll talk more about motivation in weeks to come, but there are two types of motivation. There's internal motivation, and then there's external motivation, intrinsic and extrinsic. And so a lot of times people look to other folks and they look to, videos, or they look for somebody to pump them up and to give them some kind of rah-rah speech and to motivate them. And that's not what I do, not what I do at all. I would hope that some of the things that I do inspire people or inspire folks to take action. But what I consider myself to be an educator, a personal development educator, to help people manifest their potential. And so if you find some motivation in what I do, great. But I'm really speaking to the internal motivation that you already have, right? You already know what you need to do. It's how do you get past your own issues so you move on and get them done. Because you don't need somebody to tell you what to do. You don't need someone to tell you what to do with regard to your finances or your physical fitness goals or the relationships that you have with your spouse or significant other. You don't need somebody to tell you what to do. It's not that you don't know what to do. We just have to find the personal power and the intrinsic motivation to get it done. So the whole concept of the How Do You See Yourself videos is really just me trying to create this vision of myself that I want to be. And so you need to do the same thing. And that's what affirmations are for: verbal and written affirmations, goal setting, writing down your goals in the different areas with which you have goals. All of those things are important to help you build a vision of where you want to go, because you can't get there unless you first see it. And then once you see it, you have to believe it if possible. And once you can see it and believe it and put in the right kind of work, then you can achieve it.